We are grass farmers. And we've got about 5,000 acres of grass. We own 2,000 acres, we lease 1,000 acres, and we do custom grazing on 2,000 acres of solar voltaic arrays. Plants we have are literally pumping carbon out of the atmosphere and into the soil. You know, photosynthesis is magic. I'm Will Harris. I own White Oak Pastures, our family farm in Bluffton, Georgia. So I was born on this farm. My great-grandfather started this farm in 1866, followed by his son, my grandfather, followed by his son, my dad, followed by me. All I wanted to do is do what he did, and I did. I came home and operated that way for 20 years. In the mid-90s is when I started changing. The first dissatisfaction I felt was animal welfare. I just came to not like it much anymore. The excesses of it bothered me. We reached a point we were selling more frozen product shipped FedEx, UPS than we were fresh product to the grocery store. We didn't have the freezer space to handle it. And we've been doing it by using rented 53-foot refrigerated trucks. It was working less and less well every year. And we needed a couple $1 million to build this frozen product handling warehouse. The organic matter in my soils had gotten down to 0.5%. That's dirt. It's a good indicator, and it's measurable. I thought my environmental impact was fantastic. I would have beat you up if you said you're not doing a good job environmentally, but it was not. When you are feeding cattle corn in a confinement situation, they truly are big net emitters. Came to realize that cattle are meant to roam and graze.
Our sheep and our goats, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. We're using them as a tool to manage our land and our soil, which also benefits them. They're getting really great, diverse grazing. We keep them constantly moving to new pastures, so we can kind of stay ahead of any parasite issues, foot problems, where we would need to use some medication for them. What we've seen and what the solar industry is starting to figure out is that if you can graze the vegetation instead of just mowing it, you're leaving a lot of fertilizer on the ground every time the animals go through there. They're also trampling a lot of organic matter into the soil. We can also use them to sort of control what types of species are growing. So we're kind of maintaining more of a grassland, and by doing so, the ground can soak up more water, there's less erosion, more and better benefits for wildlife.
When Will came back in the early 2000s and began White Oak Pastures as we know it today, as a organic farm, raising livestock, processing livestock. Started off probably with 10 or 15 jobs, and I think we're up to around 175 jobs now. And what you don't realize, 175 jobs means the world. And the folks that work here, they eat and they shop locally.
Well, I think working at White Oak Pastures, not only are you getting good product, but I think that product comes with a story. It makes me feel good to know that I'm coming to work every day to not only accomplish the things on my to-do list, but to be a part of something that means so much more than just ground beef.
We're very excited to have White Oak Pastures in Clay County and also shared with Early County. And it is such an asset because it's not that they're holding in all of what they're doing here, they're sharing it. It's an educational piece of regenerative farming and how to take care of the land. And that's so important because once the land, if it's not usable, then you know, we've got to take care of it. So we're very proud that White Oak Pastures is sharing their information with not just our counties around us or the region or the state, but with the country and really with the entire world.
This new market tax credit is a game changer for my business. We simply could not have survived as a wholesale provider. My children are in their 30s, and so there's 30 years more that we'll be here doing this.